Hello everybody, welcome back to another Expeditions Guide. Today we're taking a look at the 2.5 Towers. This is an expedition in the Mountain Labyrinths. For this expedition we're going to be using the Cero and the AFM Hornet. The Kanab Creek boys coming at you here for the 2.5 Towers. So, here, real quick, here's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be heading up this way, hitting this tower and this tower. These two towers we need to install rangefinders at, and then we're going to head over to this tower, which is going to be a scanning side mission. So, in order to launch this expedition, you do need to have 2 rangefinders in the inventory. I do have those on the Cero. And in addition to that, you do need to have a logistician on your team. So, we're going to be pulling the Hornet along with us here for a little bit. And then we're going to kind of leave it, finish what we need to do in the Cero, and then jump over to the Hornet to finish our expedition here. So, real quick, we're going to go over this way, right along the lake shore. We're going to go around these rocks. And we're just going to follow this path up through the brush here. But yeah, this is a cool one. So, like I mentioned before, 2 rangefinders, logistician. We're going to go install the rangefinders first, and then we're going to do the little scanning minigame at the 3rd and final tower. So, once we get through the brush, we're going to start seeing a little path here. So, we're going to follow this path. And this path is actually going to take us all the way to our first tower. And I do actually have the engine running on the Hornet here, just so that everything goes just a little bit smoother here, since we are pulling a scout with a scout. And all we're doing is just following this path through the woods here. We're just going to pull this thing up here. And this is where we're going to drop it off. Because when we jump back in this thing, we're going to follow this path down here that's going to take us down to the lake. So we'll get to that once we get these other 2 towers taken care of. Alright, so we're going to go around this ridge line here. There is going to be an airdrop here. I'm not going to be able to grab anything from here. I don't have any inventory spots, but hey, that onyx would be nice. So if you have a truck with some more inventory slots, by all means, feel free to grab the loot. It's all very handy. And yeah, we're just going to roll down this path here. And we're going to follow this path all the way down. It's kind of bumpy with a bunch of rocks here. So we're going to kind of just take it nice and slow. Mostly just rolling off throttle here. Not really, you know, doing foot to the accelerator here. And once we get over here, we're going to drive right on over to the first watchtower. And we're going to install the rangefinder. Alright, with that rangefinder installed, we're going to head over this way, and we're going to go down between these rocks here. And then we're going to head down the hill here. We're going to go to the right side of this rock. And that's going to give us a spot where we can kind of roll into the trees here. But we can go to the right side of these trees here. Just get right through these bad boys. Just like this. And now we got to cross this mud plain. You can see with the binoculars over here. This is the path we're going to be using to get up here. We're going to go up the left side of it here. All the way up there. And that's going to get us to our tower. But to do that, we got to get across this little mud plain here. It's muddy, but honestly, I haven't had any issues with any vehicles going through this yet. So, I do have mud tires on the Cero, so that absolutely helps for sure. And you're going to take a lot of just random suspension damage driving through this stuff. I don't really know what that's from, but just cruising through here, I tend to get a lot of just random damage. Probably from the abundance of plants and stuff, but... So we're going to just make our way through the mud. Well, that time I hit a tree. Alright, and like I said, we're going to go this way, and we're going to head up this left side here. A little bit of thicker mud here. Low gears. Zero has auto diff, so it makes it nice and easy to get out of there. We are most likely going to need some low gear for this climb, though. This is a very steep climb. The Zero can complete the climb, but it's a little rough. Alright, so we're going to stay all the way on this left side here. And what we're trying to avoid, there's a lot of just like random divots. Like this right here. We're really trying to avoid those. Kind of got myself stuck in it, so we'll pull ourselves up with the winch. And we're just going to stay on this. We just kind of work our way up. Once we get up here, we're going to stay to the left side, kind of head to this grassy part here. I'm not sure why this isn't working right now. This worked in my test run. And my spare parts in the back are doing something freaky. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. Anyway, so if you can get up that left side, do it. If not, as you saw when I kind of went to the right side there, it did kind of give me a little bit more traction through there. But either way, once we get to the top here, it's nice and flat up here. We're going to drive right on over to the watchtower. That's not a watchtower, but, you know. And we're going to go ahead and install our rangefinder. Just like that. Alright, so next thing we're going to do is jump in the map and grab the AFIM Hornet. And we're going to use this for part 2. So right here, we're going to hook all the way down the mountain here. And we're going to follow this path down to the river here. The river and the lake where they kind of meet. And we're going to go all the way around the shore here. And then we're going to jump across the other side of the river here. Circle up, head up the hill. And we're going to climb through this brush. And we're going to stay to the right side of these rocks here, because that is going to open up a clearing on the right here. We're going to drive through these trees, and then we're going to run into another dirt path here. And this, we're going to follow this path all the way down. And once we're down, we're going to turn to the right. And we're going to head up this hill here. And this is going to take us to our third and final tower. Now this one we don't have to install any equipment on. As I mentioned before, this is just a scan minigame. Once we get here, so we're going to do the scan minigame. There you have it. Tower's badly damaged is probably part of a larger structure. So there you have it. That is the 2.5 towers complete. This doesn't unlock any extra upgrades, but what it does unlock is a contract that you will see in the next Carpathians video that does have an upgrade associated to it. So that's why I did this one first. So hope you guys enjoyed this guide. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.